All right. Hello, chat. How's it going? Hopefully well. We're back. YouTube did not want to let me start the stream today. Twitch went up right away. YouTube was not cooperating. But I got it to work. Through the magic of brute force. It just works. Anyway, we're back. We're continuing Outbreak. We're doing very hard mode. YouTube, huh? It was YouTube. The Twitch stream has been up since like 8 minutes ago. The Twitch stream went up right on time. YouTube just did not want to connect for whatever reason. Or didn't want to let me connect, rather. I don't know why. Where's the game? It should be. Hello? Where is the game? The game is up. It's just not capturing. Okay. We'll do this then. It's fine. It's totally fine. Excuses? It's not an excuse, it's what it is. I don't have to make an excuse. I'm the boss. Bitch. Get the fuck out. You're fired. George. Very hard. And we pray. And we go. Damn. Got obliterated. And you're fired. Also, I want everyone to know that my light mount is very loose. Very loose. It wants to fall off, so I'm just praying that it will hold because I had enough troubles even getting the stream up. So I just said, fuck it, we go. Pray the light doesn't fall. You know the console at the end of Act 3? You get a haircut? Yes.
Did you find anything new?
You can just bind one of those unique demons and just have them. Of course you can. Because why not? Of course you can. Bro, I need to get back on Diablo II. I have a hardcore character that has not died yet. Although I currently have a hardcore character on Path of Exile as well. As well as Diablo 4. And Last Epoch.
Excuse me.
Last Epoch I haven't started yet, to be fair, but the expansion is out, so I need to start.
What?
And I have the strongest urge for Last Epoch currently of the bunch.
I just had a thought.
Who decided that all the ARPGs were going to drop expansions in the span of like 3 weeks anyway? Whose decision was that? Like who just went around and was like, hey, everyone, let's all release in March. Sounds good? Sounds good to you? Sounds good to me. We all drop the big content updates in March. No one will have time to play any of it. It will be great. Everyone will love it. What if we did that? I swear, someone has to have done that. At this rate, someone has to have. The only big one that's running right now that didn't drop something was PoE 2. Legitimately. They all dropped something all at once. Feels like you can die on a whim in that game. In D2? Huh? Yeah, I mean, yeah. If you're careful enough in D2, and you stick with ye old method of get a little bit of strength so you can equip good armor and then just pump vitality the whole rest of the game, it just works, to be honest. Diablo 2 legitimately is one of the easiest hardcore ARPGs I've played. Even though you can kind of just run into a random like might aura mob pack and your health disappears. That's definitely something that happens in Diablo 2. Even with that, like it's so relaxed compared to most ARPGs in hardcore. Like, I thought Last Epoch was too easy hardcore wise, but returning to Diablo 2 has made me kind of take that back a bit. Be like, oh, well, if Diablo 2 can be this easy, then Last Epoch can.
Dear God!
Oh, you're way back? Oh, fuck. The godly George Duck works every time. It really doesn't. I got super lucky. I had a cool 1 HP moment today. D2 doesn't get bad until hell. That's the thing. How did that work? His, like, shoulder bash, tackle, whatever you want to call it, has the wonkiest fucking hitbox in this game. Like, sometimes if you just hold it to get him to duck down like that, everything just goes over his head. Sometimes it doesn't, and you get the shit beat out of you. But sometimes that happens, and so I have learned when playing George to just go for the crazy duck if I'm in a bad spot, because half the time I get out of damage for free. It just works. When Fist of the North Star becomes public, are you going to play Yakuza? Yes. Okay. There's a first aid spray in here. Beach. It just works. I swear, it really... It is some Bethesda shit. You just duck, and it works. Even if you're not facing them, the hitbox is weird as shit. I'm gonna try to abuse it as much as I can, as long as I like know where the enemies are and don't get caught on a corner or something. Because man, there are no recovery items on any of the scenarios on this difficulty, apparently. So far, below freezing point has been just as bad as Outbreak was, with there just being no recovery items in sight ever. Oh my god. Swing again, swing again. Oh my, yes, thank you. Woo. On my friend who still hadn't beat Requiem, they did so last night and their time was, I shit you not, 20 hours and 33 minutes. How? My first playthrough where I was like super slow and taking as much time as I could on everything, like being super thorough and all that.
Thank you so much.
It was like 9 hours and 50 minutes. Shit. There's a first aid spray there that I have not seen before. 9741. It must just be like Jim and... Is it Alyssa who I have as well on this scenario? Scooping it up every time.
Hey!
When in doubt, just duck.
Hey there.
Let's just try to stay calm.
They got their value out of hour per dollar spent. True. Because real world time, that has to have been at least a 30-hour playthrough.
What?
With the way that Requiem's in-game timer is. Apparently, by the way, people have been trying to like figure out exactly what it is, because some people at first were like, well, of course the timer is off because it doesn't count like cutscenes and stuff, which is actually good. But anyone who like speedran the other RE games, at least even a little bit, was like, they've done that for a long time and they've never been this far off. Like, something's different here. People are starting to think that it's not counting time spent, like if you're playing for an hour without saving or something,
This is what I needed.
and then you die and reload, that hour doesn't get counted towards your time, apparently. Is at least the current theory I've been seeing going around. And I got one of them. Was that Jim going down? It may have been. That's 100% how it works. Yeah, I've seen a lot more people saying that. Which normally in RE, the in-game timers would count time before you died.
Hey!
Like, if you die, part of that cost towards your endgame rank is that your time will have been wasted. Typically, in RE, that's how it works. But apparently in Requiem, it's not working that way. And that's part of what's going on with the timer weirdness.
What?
Retries,
No
yes.
shit.
If you like hit continue or you just load back or whatever,
Just do it.
yeah,
Hello
that
there.
time won't actually be tallied up. Which would make sense with my playthrough, like my first playthrough, especially. Because my first playthrough of Requiem was like nearly 5 hours off. And I was like, that can't be right. And then everyone was...
You are.
Sorry.
I feel really sick.
Everyone was like, well, yeah, it's just cutscene time. I'm like, this game does not have 5 hours of cutscenes. Like, it's got some cutscene, but it's not that much cutscene. There's no way.
No shit.
But that makes it make more sense to me, that it would be like cutscenes plus those couple times that I was being dumb and not saving on standard classic. Because I thought I was hot shit.
Fine. Listen. Help me, please.
Which it didn't count menuing. It shouldn't. RE typically doesn't count time in menus.
Shit.
Although that's iffy from game to game. Like, so far, everything that I've played on stream still does. But I think the RE engine games don't count time, like, in the inventory or the map.
What?
Just do it.
Although I could be wrong on that. What's this? Is that handgun ammo?
Go to hell.
Yes. Score.
Excuse me.
All right, this is officially the furthest I've gotten on very hard mode. New record. New PB. We killed the Plantosi. Honestly, well, I don't know. I was gonna say that might be the hardest area in this whole scenario.
No.
But we'll see how it goes with like all the hunters and stuff.
Shit.
No shit.
Oh no. Oh, more handgun ammo. That's
Never.
good. I need the crank again, too. Actually, that's fine. So the entirety of the Outbreak scenarios are now considered official canon? Not necessarily. Kind of yes, kind of no.
Excuse me.
Because, like, some sort of Outbreak's events did happen within canon, but this Outbreak is set within the classic game canon. Or sorry, both of the Outbreak games are set within the classic timeline for Resi. Like, this specific lab that we're in right now doesn't even exist in the remake timeline.
Hey!
So it starts to get kind of weird, where like something like this happened in the remake timeline, but it can't be exactly what is seen in the Outbreak games.
Huh?
Let's just try to
He's going for Jim. Oh my god, there's not another one on very hard. I was like, oh, this works, because I can just yoink the other one.
Hey, you!
But of course I actually can't.
Hey!
What?
They had Outbreak and File 2 in their 30th anniversary site. I didn't see the 30th anniversary site. What was the 30th anniversary site?
No shit.
God, where did I drop this? Oh no. I forgot I would need it again. Jesus. Oh boy. Jesus Christ. Canon and RE is nebulous at best. I mean, with the way that it changes like every couple years, not even in like a normal, you know, a normal sense for game franchises where it's like, oh yeah, there's a new edition, maybe a retcon every couple years or so. You know, like RE changes so much so often
Fine.
that nebulous at best is a good way to put it. Where the fuck did I drop this? Oh my god, someone's down. Oh,
Son of a bitch.
Ugh. I don't want to die. Help! You gotta help me.
there it is. How did it even get over there? I wasn't over here at any point. I was like, I swear it has to be in this room.
Somebody help me.
Feels like there's retcons every year. Yeah, and like significant ones.
What did I do?
When 2-3 Code Veronica all set up on Chris and crew facing Umbrella Europe. Well, that did happen in a game even. But it was in Umbrella Chronicles. They put it in the Wii game.
Let's just try to stay calm.
Mama. That's a new one. I haven't heard that. Oh my god.
Damn you!
Oh. How hard is very hard? Ridiculously hard. Like, not even to the point where it's fun, it's just...
Listen to me!
Yeah.
What's wrong?
It was this way, right? Oh god. Am I even in the right hallway right now? Maybe. Somehow he managed with the awful way he was playing it. Bro, I can't imagine playing it that way.
Hi.
Umbrella Chronicles is actually a lot of fun. And, well, I guess Umbrella Chronicles probably isn't currently canon anymore either, now that I think about it. I was about to say, still, well, parts of Umbrella Umbrella Chronicles would still have to be canon. But not all of it, which then that gets even messier.
It won't move. Why?
But like Operation Javier from Darkside Chronicles is straight up non-canon now.
Something else I have to fix to get out of here.
How do you play a rail shooter wrong? He was playing it on like a PS5 controller. So like aiming with the thumbstick of the controller and everything. Over like the PSN streaming service of the PS3 port of the game. Wait, no, I want to go up another floor. Did still happen, but it was different. It was very different. Like, it came up yesterday, but in remake canon, Leon and Krauser weren't allies in Operation Javier. Like, they were both there, but they fought each other in South America in remake canon's Operation Javier. And like whether that's they went in as allies, but there was a betrayal moment or what, like we don't know. But RE4 Remake's version of Operation Javier that it talks about, like even just the little tiny pieces that it mentions are wildly different from Darkside Chronicles. Still want to see the new timeline Operation Javier. I would say that we might at some point, but the thing is, all right, the card reader's over by the train, or sorry, the key card, not the card reader. Sorry, I would say that we would, but like the weird thing is, we're already past the RE4 remake, you know? And we're like well past it at this point. We're like 3 years past it now. And currently there's no indication of them going back to it, like circling back around. So weirdly, I don't know if we will see it. Although, it's worth mentioning that like RE4 also just hinted at a connection between Leon and Krauser before Operation Javier was ever a thing, and they did go back and explain that later. But I feel like even that was very different. And I think there was, what, a 2-year gap between them in terms of release. I think Umbrella Chronicles came out 07, if I'm not mistaken. CVX or OG Code Veronica? I like the original Code Veronica more. When I replay Code Veronica, I always go with the Dreamcast version. Mostly because the story editions in CVX are silly as fuck. Operation Javier is much more important. I would argue very strongly against that. Operation Javier only establishes the relationship between Leon and Krauser, which even then, there's only like a single chapter in the whole game where the two of them interact Separate Ways sets up RE5. Is that Hunter already out? Oh my god, why are you already out? Oh boy, I'm out. Came out 2 years after. Oh, sorry. Is RE4 Separate Ways worth a play? OG RE4 Separate Ways? No. The remakes, definitely. 100%. I think Separate Ways is like the one thing in Resident Evil where I would have the balls to say that the remade version is just straight up like an objective upgrade over the original. Specifically Separate Ways. Not the entirety of RE4 Remake, but Separate Ways in particular is pretty much just a straight upgrade. But OG Separate Ways is not very good. Like, it was a last minute addition for the PS2 release of the game that came out a year after the original. And like, you can feel it. It feels very rushed and just kind of slapped together. But the remake Separate Ways is really fucking good. New Ada design, didn't like it. Chat. Hear me out. Hear me out. Why are there liquors in here? Whoa. Hear me out. RE4 Remake Ada is my favorite Ada design. Thoughts? Opinions? I talked about this with False just recently. She agreed. Which kind of surprised me. I thought False would have liked RE6 Ada. Because, you know, it's False. But she also said RE4 Remake was Ada's best look. Oh, I need that. Is this gonna be my only blue herb, though? Like, am I just fucked at this point? Oh. There's the scanner. I couldn't remember exactly where it was. Always thought it was weird how you couldn't upgrade your guns in original Separate Ways. Now I know why. It is because it was just like very... Okay, there is a single blue herb left in here. I don't think I need the card key anymore, but I guess it doesn't hurt. Fuck. To carry it. Shit. God damn it. Okay. I forgot to grab the code. Also had a bad experience with that because apparently the Switch port is actually nearly unbeatable because of the frame rate. OG RE4 or remake RE4? It's not this on the floor, is it? It can't be. Oh, is that ammo actually? I'm assuming you mean the remake? But then is the remake even on Switch? It must be. Why Switch? For either.
Dear God.
Just beat it 4 days ago for the first time. It's so much fun. I have like over 100 hours played in RE4 Remake. And I think like 80 of those hours are from right when the game came out. There's the note I was looking for. Oh no. George. Oh, fuck. The remake is on iOS as well. I didn't know the remake was. I knew RE7 was on iOS. But RE4 Remake is news to me. Apparently the QTEs are nearly impossible, and Mike during the mic section just won't do any of his triggers. What? Okay. My fingerprint is registered. I will carry the blue herb with me for now. Imagine playing a whole ass RE game on an iPhone. I've said it before, but honestly, the fucking specs that they put into iPhones nowadays are ridiculous. Like, they are so beyond unnecessary, and I know that some people are like really passionate about mobile games, and that's one of the big reasons that a lot of phones juice out like that. So like, in the most respectful way, my phone does not need all that. Like, it really doesn't. Granted, I'm not a mobile gamer. That is fair to bring up, because that does play into this opinion for sure. But like, my phone does not need all that. I do not need my phone to be able to run the RE4 remake, you know? I don't. Pretty sure my phone can run 4 remake. It's my thing is that my phone, well, not my phone, because I waited until I had enough like credit built up with my provider to get a free upgrade to this one, but iPhones are so expensive because they keep just putting more and more shit in them. And like, I don't need all that shit. I don't. I don't even know how much storage my phone has, but it's way more than I would ever fucking need on a phone. Hold on, I'm gonna try to look while I run here. Can I just... Oh, they moved the search bar in settings. This tells you how much I do with my phone. Storage? Yeah, iPhone storage. My phone has 256 gigs of space. What am I using that space for? Text messages? 256 gigs is crazy. It's a nice phone though. I mean, my phone is a nice phone too, but I'm just like, bro, why do I have all this juice in my phone?
Dear God.
My phone has like almost as much storage as my fucking launch edition PS4. Like, seriously, what the fuck? Why? And yes, False is telling the truth. I don't have a case on my phone. You know what's great? Not a scratch on it. I don't have a case either. You don't need one. Like, legitimately, it's not because I've never dropped this phone or anything. It's just, legitimately, it's not necessary. Like, yeah, you can drop your phone and it can break. But I've never had my phone have any sort of serious damage from me dropping it or just anything of the sort. I'm gonna be in danger. Wait, what? Brother, no way. I used the green herb and I'm still in danger. I need a healing item, like desperately. My last phone was 4 years old, Never had a case, not a single mark on it. This phone that I have is about 5 years old now. And I've never had a case on it or like one of those the screen protectors or anything. I've never had any of those on this phone. It's spotless. Shit. I've come so far. It can't end like this.
Guys, what are you doing with your life? Get pegged.
There may be hope. Down on B6. There may be hope.
I'm so fucking bad.
First of all, there's a dead body right in here. I'm assuming they don't have a recovery item, but they could. If not, I make a desperate play for the very back hallway of B6. I have like 30% virus gauge, so I have the time. Yeah, Jim died in here and had nothing on his body. But if I could get all the way to the other side of this floor without getting hit, I can get a recovery item that I think is at least a double green herb. So far, so good. You don't need greasy fingers to have your fingerprints on your screen, though. The fingerprints, like, even if they do get on the screen, you can just wipe your screen with, like, your fucking pants. And, like, they're gone. Or, like, the little rag that like, the little special one for, like, cleaning my glasses works. About the germs? Bro, they're my germs. But, like, I'm not worried about the fact that I have fingers. Why would I be worried about my fingerprints being on my phone? They're my germs. Called a microfiber cloth, yes. That one. Oh no. No. Please. Please. No. I'm trying to shoot him. I'm trying. This difficulty sucks, man. This difficulty absolutely sucks. Fuck. Chloeta. Thank you for the follow. Appreciate it. Chloeta. There's only one E. Chloeta. Your phone screen is actually dirtier than your toilet in terms of germ count. A germ count? You know what else is? Your fucking mouth. Everything. There are so many things. But they're your germs.
Everything dies.
Everything dies. You say germ, but you mean bacteria? Yeah. is what people spell my name as in Starbucks. It's okay. I get called Chloe at Starbucks too. My God, I told false. Was that Starbucks? Was that where? No, it was the bakery. I was like, I don't go to Starbucks. Like I say that, but I don't go. It was the local bakery. I told false. I don't know if I told this story on stream, but I went to like pick up just a little food for breakfast from the local bakery because I had a gift card that someone gave me. And they asked for my name. I said Cole. I didn't even mention, like, I didn't even say anything about there being an H. I didn't. The dude taking my order still wrote Chloe as the order name, and then they come out with my food, and the woman's like looking at it. She's like, Chloe? Looking around, I'm the only one in there. I realize it's for me.
Did you find anything?
I'm thinking to myself, how the fuck does this happen? And I just walk up, they're laughing because they're like, oh my God, how did you fuck that up? Like, how did you even think Chloe? I take the food from him. And I just said, it's okay. It happens more often than you would think. And I walked out.
Let's just try to stay calm.
And I told false immediately. I'm like, I just got Chloe'd in real life. I cannot even believe this. Like on the internet, daily occurrence, but in real life. Same thing, apparently. I don't even know how that guy got the Chloe.
What?
The famous Chloe from that one retro rebound.
Are you all right?
That is still so funny. Just the fact that it's probably not the only time
Hey!
that that's happened either.
What happened?
To be completely honest, where like someone has used some of my footage for a video and put like credit on it with the wrong name. I bet it's happened before and just not on a channel as big as like Retro Rebound, so we just don't know. Getting trolled has a whole other meaning around here. Payback for trolling his mom. I don't know what you're talking about. This is an online game, but for the most part, it's significantly easier to do everything in single player because they scale the difficulty down. So for pretty much everything in the 100%, we're doing it in single player. But this very hard mode, even in single player, is kind of ridiculous, difficulty-wise. Honestly, if I could not grab the recovery items on the other side of this floor and try to make it easier for me to come it through later, in case something like last run happens again, could be huge. I'm gonna try to set myself up for success that way. Try to not grab any of the recovery items until I get to that first aid spray on the other side. I can't imagine this difficulty in multiplayer. To be fair, in multiplayer, it's balanced out a good bit by, what's that? By having 4 players who, assumedly, if you're playing on very hard, at least, would all kind of know what they're doing. Whereas in single player, I might as well be on my own. Like, Jim and Alyssa, they're not doing shit. How much harder would this be on multiplayer? Still a good bit harder. The item placements and stuff would be the same, which is kind of the big issue even in single player with this, is just that there's like 4 healing items in this entire scenario. I say that like there's not green herbs everywhere. I mean, like, there are 4 like full heals throughout the entire scenario. Like, so far, I've found 1 first aid spray, 1 red herb, and then just a ton of green herbs all strewn about. Sorry, my brain just totally lost track of what I was saying. Shit. Right. It would be the same, like, item placements and everything, but in multiplayer, the virus gauge would be going way faster. Like, it legitimately is 5 times or so faster in multiplayer than it is in single player. And that sounds exaggerative, but I promise you it's not. Like, I really promise you it's not. A lot of people who only ever played the single player were confused when I was ranting about it in my Outbreak review. But it is seriously so fast in multiplayer compared to single player. Don't mind me, I'm just gonna slip past you. Just gonna scoot right past you there, bud. Just gonna scoot you by. Cole doesn't do things for fun? Nah. Not playing MP just for fun with chat. We might have to do a little for decisions in particular. But we'll see about that when we get there. Yikes. No, 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 the timing is so bad. Oh, thank God. How? Okay. I'm gonna have to lure them away. And I absolutely do things for fun, by the way. Fuck you. Just my idea of fun sometimes happens to be pushing myself to my breaking point mentally to accomplish something stupid. Not because the process of doing so is particularly a good time, but because of the satisfaction of the completion at the end of it. There's a name for that? I don't know what you're talking about. No idea what you're talking about. Like right now, am I enjoying the process of playing below freezing point on very hard difficulty with AI partners that have no fucking clue what's going on?
What's wrong?
Not particularly, no. But will it be a very exciting moment at the end once I have completed it? And will I feel an overwhelming sense of accomplishment and progress? Yes.
Just don't give up. What?
The most normal chat gets held? What was it? Oh, RAM prices may go down. Yes. I'm actually kind of surprised that that didn't come up already. But yes, they actually very likely will be going down soon. Incorrect passcode. The passcode actually changes.
Hey, you!
I hate it here. I fucking hate it here. But yes, Google found like a significantly more cost-effective and memory-efficient method of running their AI. Which, for now, to be fair, only means that Google specifically won't need to hog as much AI. But as that starts to kind of spread around and more companies start to adopt that method or find their own alternatives for similar results, now that they know it's possible,
Let's just try to stay calm.
the prices will definitely go down as a result of that.
Hey there.
It's this computer in the back, isn't it? 4509. Oh my God.
No shit.
Not forget the Survivor 2 and the slot
No
machine
pregnant,
incidents.
only breed. Unless you pay me 80K.
So Microsoft and Sora AI are shutting down or slowing. Sora is shutting down. That generative AI model is getting shut off. What was my code again? 4509. And what was it? Disney had a $1 billion deal with Microsoft for that generative AI model.
Shoo! Shoo!
And that deal
My life is
will be going away.
Please! Is anyone there?
Let's just try to stay calm.
Which in and of itself is not necessarily
Ha!
the biggest deal. Well, not financially, like
I can't stop bleeding.
in terms of how much it will affect the market as a whole. But it is just one thing that will take a lot of money out of the market. Those Sony prices are going up. Bro, I saw that. $700 for a PlayStation 5 is fucked. Not even the Pro anymore. The base PS5 is like $700 now, isn't it? With this price change? Like, holy hell.
Hey!
Investing in PS5 early was kind of lucrative. A friend just sold hers for like 300.
Hey there!
Yeah. Alright, this next one is a real bitch to grab. And I don't have a recovery item on me, so this might be where this run comes to a close. I don't like that we're paying a premium for the standard version. I mean, I'm not buying one at that price, simply. Because I was just talking about probably needing to upgrade my consoles this year,
What's wrong?
like yesterday.
Please!
Now, if I decide to upgrade my consoles, I'll just buy a second-hand one. I'm not buying a new one for that price.
Excuse me?
Like, it's straight up not worth it.
Please help!
And honestly, if I'm upgrading purely for the sake of like recordings and streams and stuff, I probably will go for the Pro. And there is a huge secondhand market for the PS5 Pro in particular. So I'm not terribly worried about it. Because I will just buy secondhand. I will not buy. I think the PS5 Pro went up to like $900 with the price hike. And yeah, no, I'm not spending $900 on a PlayStation. I'm just not.
What's wrong?
Go to hell!
Stop! God, no!
$900 for a console? Exactly. I'm just. That's a no. That is a straight no. 900 for pisser? Exactly. I don't know why Sony thinks they have the IPs to justify it. It's not even the IPs. They said that it's a result of the RAM prices and shit right now.
Shit! Listen to me!
That's a no from me. It's a no from me.
Never.
Absolutely a no from me. I don't disagree at all. Oh my god, one of them's gonna go take that ammo and they're about to die. I just got one on sale for $450. $450 is a lot more reasonable than $900.
Let's just try to stay calm.
900 really is crazy for a Pro. If I need it later, I will. it's just an excuse to gouge people before GTA 6, that could be true, to be fair. It absolutely could be one of those things where, like, they're sort of taking advantage of a current market circumstance, even though it doesn't particularly affect them right now, like, to that degree. Like, no defamation or slander. This is just my personal opinion. But when Nintendo started saying that they were, like, significantly increasing their hardware prices due to the tariffs, and they were, like, increasing the hardware prices by 50% plus, I kind of raised an eyebrow at that, because our tariffs with Japan at that time were only, like, 15 or 20%. So I was sort of like, And now this is just my opinion, but I think they may have been bullshitting on that. I think that might have just been an excuse to raise the prices an exorbitant amount due to a circumstance in the market that did affect them, but not necessarily to that degree. You know what I mean? Still worth it? No, I was just talking about, like, I probably am going to buy one this year, DS, but I'm probably going to buy one secondhand for, like, 400, because that is an option. As opposed to buying a new one for, like, 900. Especially with how large the secondhand market is for the PS5 Pro. I'll buy one that someone bought and used for, like, a few months and then decided wasn't worth it. I'll pick one of those up for, like, half off. Because there are a ton of those, at least in America. Like, if you just go on eBay or something and go for a secondhand PS5 Pro, there are a ton of them that have, like, less than 3 months of use for, like, $400. Because a lot of people do pick one up and use it for a little bit, and then they're like, yeah, this is cool, but this was a lot of money. And, you know, for one reason or another, end up reselling it. PS5 isn't region locked? No. Bro, I bet I probably could get it even cheaper from by looking at PS5s from other regions. Now that you bring that up. The Blu-ray player is region locked, though. Man, I'm not using my PS5 Pro for that. That's fine. My PS5 Pro, if I do buy one, will literally be for, like, that once every 2 years sort of moment that I need to record something off of an actual PlayStation. Because other options just aren't good enough. Like, that's the only reason I would be buying one. Personally. In my position. That's all it would be for. Or their girlfriend / wife sold it because they got mad at the guy. That is also actually something that can happen quite a bit. But immediately when you said they're not region locked, I did kind of perk up and I'm like, I could maybe import a secondhand Japanese one for even cheaper. I bet I probably could.
Let's just try to stay
What do you need to record off of PS5? It's like, just this last month, I had to record Fist of the North Star off of my actual PS4. Because it's a PS4 exclusive, and you can run it on Shad, but it's got a shit ton of visual bugs on Shad. I looked into it as a potential option, and it's not really an option. Like, it is, but it would have looked fucked up. So I had to actually record it off of my PlayStation. It's for, like, rare circumstances like that, where my PS4 is fine, but there were some moments while I was playing Fist of the North Star where my fans would start really going and my frames would drop because I have a launch edition PS4. Right? Like, I have a early 2014 model. This thing... it's probably not got a whole lot of life left in it. It was gasping for air at some times. After those long, like, 4-hour straight recording sessions that I do. It was like, oh my god, please. Please let up.
What's wrong?
Although, to be fair, Fist of the North Star does run locked at 60 FPS, which almost not a single PS4 exclusive from late in its life cycle can actually say. I'm not even on a PS4 Pro. I'm on a base PS4, and it was locked at 60, like, almost the entire time. Aside from those rare moments, pretty much the entire time.
I don't know what to do.
So in fairness to that game, it runs way better than most PS4 exclusives from that time period do. 2018 is when it came out. Especially compared to like Days Gone, shit like that. That was chugging at like 20 on launch.
I just had a thought.
It's pretty good, actually. Wolverine and GTA 6. Hey, Wolverine might be PC. That's what people say. Might be PC launch day. It probably won't be. To be fair, I've just been taking the piss with that ever since that rumor came out, because the flip-flopping is so funny to me. Like, we really went from Sony is exiting the PC market entirely and delisting all their current ports in the process to Sony is going to start having their big premium titles on PC day one going forward in the span of like 2 weeks. And it's literally like it was all the same insiders and journalists who reported on the full pullout rumor, then immediately flipped. My bad, not flopped. To day one PC launches in like 2 weeks flat. So I've just been memeing it up with that because it's so ridiculous to me.
Let's just try to stay calm.
The complete 180 so quickly.
Hey!
Where's Ghost of Yote PC? Its absence makes me think Sony are done. Ghost of Yote like just came out though. Like 6 months ago. And normally their PC ports have been a year or two later. So I don't think they're done with PC either. Ghost of Yote, like compared to all the other ports, is on normal pace still. Glad I don't particularly care about GTA. I mean, my thing with GTA in particular, because I feel very differently about Red Dead, to be fair. But with GTA, I'm always like, no, I don't really care about GTA that much. But then on the occasion, I do like reinstall and boot up really any of them. It doesn't matter which one. And all of a sudden, I'm like, oh man, I forgot the GTA is fucking awesome. Like every time without fail, when I do reinstall a GTA game and just give it a quick little bit of play for the hell of it, I'm like, man, I forget that these games really are that fun. Like all of them too. They're so consistent. The only one that I don't always feel that way about is GTA 3. Because like, it's fun, but it's so outdated. And I love old games, right? And I don't mind old jank by any means, but like GTA 3 is really outdated when you go back to it now. Like I have a super high tolerance for that, but GTA 3 is a hard one to get over. Especially when you can go straight to like Vice City to compare, and it's such a jump forward from 3. And then obviously from Vice City you can go to San Andreas and like boom, another huge jump forward. They were cooking on the PS2. They were moving at light speed between each game. But then like GTA 4, GTA 5, they're all good. 5 is the worst GTA game? No way. Look, 5 starts a little slow. Okay. But like I kind of love that about 5. I like that it takes a bit to really get going and get crazy.
Listen to me.
Like GTA 3, since I was just bringing that up, you start it and within like an hour, you're already working with like the top dog of the mafia. You're like his personal right-hand man at that point. You're just like, that was fast. But I like that GTA 5 has such a slow build at the start. It's boring as fuck. You're crazy. You're crazy. You're crazy. You're crazy. I have zero hype for 6, but I'm well aware that the zeitgeist will hook me and I'll be playing day 1. I would say, like, 6, I'm firmly in the position of, right now, thinking about GTA 6 coming out, I feel nothing, right? It feels like it's not even a thing that will even happen in the near future still. So legitimately, I think about it and I feel nothing. But I swear, once it's like a week away, it's gonna hit me and I'm gonna be like, oh yeah, I can't wait. I can't wait. Should point out I never played the DLCs. The DLCs are good. And half the reason I like 4 so much is just that the story was really fucking good in 4. Oh, not again. This happened last time on Below Freezing Point too, where that hunter ended up beating the shit out of me just because that control panel didn't want to let me interact. I hate the camera on 1 and 2. I feel like most people just aren't even really including 1 and 2 in the discussion, for better and for worse. I'm even not. And again, like, I like old games and I'm all about old games, even if they're janky and outdated, but GTA 1 and 2 are genuinely not even really comparable to like 3 and beyond, you know? It's one of those franchises that just, as soon as they got to 3, there was such a massive leap that you don't even really include 1 and 2 in the discussion. I'm trying to think of other franchises like that, but for some reason I'm struggling. I'm drawing a blank. I mean, yeah, I'm really drawing a blank, actually. I guess Metal Gear suffers from that a lot. Like, I personally don't exclude the MSX games from discussing Metal Gear. But, like, most Metal Gear fans have not played nor really care to discuss the MSX games. They mostly start with, like, MGS1 and just go from there. So Metal Gear, for the most part, definitely suffers from that. You could fart into at least. Don't you bring that up. Don't you bring up the fucking fart mechanic in the classic GTA games. Diablo? I feel like, for the most part, like within the community and stuff, Diablo does have that. Like, I definitely don't. I love Diablo 1 for what it is. I love it in a different way. But I legit, like, going back to Diablo 4 this season, and it might be because this new season they just came out with is not very good, to be fair. But going back to Diablo 4, like, literally last week, and playing it a little bit again, after playing so much Diablo 1, like, both with False and on my own time, I really did sit there and I'm like, you know what? Diablo 1 might be my second favorite Diablo. It really may be. I would not have said that prior, but it probably is. I would have said Diablo 4 was my number 2 for like the longest time. I did say that for the longest time. But going back to it, I was like, you know what? And it could just be because this season in Diablo 4 fucking stinks. I don't like it. Like, I don't even think I'm gonna play it much, to be honest. I haven't even gotten that far. I'm at like level 20 on it, and I'm already kind of like, yeah, I might drop this until the new expansion comes out like next month, because I'm not feeling it at all, really. Get off of me. Whoa, why are we going to the floor? Oh, for fuck's sake. Okay. Jesus Christ. Oh, great. Yeah, here we go. Here we go. Back to the floor. Have you played any of Tekken 8 Season 3? Absolutely not. I'm gonna crawl away a little bit this time. Dude. I can't climb? There we go. We tried playing a single one instead of just all of them. Might be better that way. It's really not better that way, because then there are so many dry spells compared to playing all of them. Just this last month has been fucking silly. Oh, great. I really can't tackle you, can I? Just gotta Hail Mary it? Nah, it's not gonna work. Yeah. Okay. Shit, dude.
Bibbidi bobbidi bitch.
Plus, I really like what all the different ARPGs out there offer, like relative to one another, you know? Because they all have their strengths and weaknesses compared to one another. Like Diablo 2 has the best campaign, and Path of Exile 1 and 2 have the best like build crafting and build variety, and Last Epoch has the best itemization and the best crafting, and the skill system is not the best, but like it's super unique and very, very fun. With like the skill specific skill trees and everything. So good. Diablo 4 is like, it's certainly there. I'm kidding. Diablo 4 has like the art style and the just turn your brain off arcadey gameplay, which is not necessarily my thing, but like it is a strength. There's a reason that like D4, even though I do enjoy it to an extent and I do check in and play it, it's like at the bottom of the list that, or of the ones that I'm playing currently. You know what I mean? Like there are good things in Diablo 4, but it's still the least of the ones that I am currently keeping up with. I was seeing a lot of the censorship purists getting mad about Capcom walking back the Alex stuff. I saw that, yes. Okay, wait, hold on. Wait, so the patch hit. Yesterday we talked about their announcement of how they were going to like hotfix the Alex stuff. The patch came out last night. Has anyone seen what actually happened with it? Like how they ended up changing the lore?
Never.
Did you find something?
Because honestly, I can't believe it. Like I'm dumbfounded by the actual change that they made. I haven't seen it. They shouldn't have walked back anything. I have no idea what has been changed. Get this, right, chat? Get this.
Are you feeling all
So they changed Alex's backstory of being adopted by the guy, Tony, I think his name is. They changed the backstory of being adopted and raised by him in the English version of the game. They took that detail out so that like Alex and his wife are not step siblings. They did not retcon the fact that they're cousins, but they took out the fact that they were step siblings. They're still cousins.
Find something?
They didn't change that.
Let's just try to stay calm.
They missed the point. They entirely misunderstood what people actually thought was weird about it. Because, like, granted, both of those aspects were weird, but one of them is certainly a bit weirder than the other. Like, one of them, you're like, it's a little weird, but, like, not wrong per se. Just, that's actually hilarious. They entirely missed, like, what the part people were actually really weirded out by was. They thought it was the fact that they were, like, raised together. Which, again, still weird, but not as weird as the fact that they are cousins and having a baby together. That is 100% the weirder part. Like, that's definitely, I mean, I can only speak for myself, I guess, but like, that's the part that I thought stood out way more. Crazy. Incest is okay as long as you didn't change her nappies. It's wild to me. Wild to me. Did you know that in most of the world that's totally cool? Yeah. But they are specifically patching the English version of the game. The localized version. They didn't actually change the source material in the other languages. They changed only the English one. Is right there with them. Like, maybe you could say they're equal, but still, it's like, I think they may have missed the point a bit. Because even with him being there since her birth thing, it, like, that was weird, but I guess he was like 5 years old, so like, it's weird, but it could be worse. I'm trying to rationalize it, which probably doesn't help at all. But I'm trying. I'm trying. I'm making an effort here. For better or for worse. I forgot my window is open. Suddenly, like, the wind just blew through and I was like, what? I'm in here yelling about incest. Normal Friday, am I right? Anyway, yes, the patch is funny. Is the point of me bringing that up. The patch is funny. That's all I wanted to get at. When you have to start rationalizing anything, it's probably better to have just not written it that way. It's true. It worked for the Romans. I mean, it certainly worked for a time. How are the Romans doing? Any Romans in chat? This is probably not gonna go great. This slipping by one zombie on this is very doable. Yeah, there it is. Fuck. Whoa! That's a new... What? Okay. This is new. I've never actually been hit off of this ladder before. Oh my god. Oh my god. I think it was the Byzantine that ended the Roman Empire, not the incest. Potato, potato, really. You know? There are like 5 zombies in this room. I hear the others. Oh my god, there's still one of you in here. That's awesome. Holy fuck. So this is going well. Oh. That's another zombie. Are you fucking kidding me? Oh my god. I have to. Fuck me sideways. Oh shit. You do YouTube full time? I do. This is ridiculous. The fact that one zombie is just hanging out in here does not help at all. There we go. That I should be able to get out. Enjoyed your videos. Feel like they take a lot of time to make. They do. They definitely do. Good lord. What's my passcode this time? 0634. Oh shit. I mean, this run is pretty fucked already, but that does not help. Oh. Auto aim moment. Jim, help! Jim!
Hey!
Oh no. Oh
Excuse
no.
me?
Might be able to get out. Maybe.
Hey there!
This game is mean. This game is very mean. On very hard. Like, it's crazy. The spike in difficulty from hard to very hard. When we were playing hard mode, I had moments where it was a little tough. You know, we had close calls,
Let's just try to stay calm.
but it was never anywhere near this difficult, really.
Shoot! Hey!
Like, as soon as we got up to very hard, it has been like, if I'm not playing perfectly and really rationing everything out, like to the extreme, it's just not gonna work, right? It's been something else. This feels like several jumps above hard. It really is. It's a huge increase relative to the hard mode.
Kiss my ass, bitch!
There's the line. He said the line.
Let's just try to. Hey there! Damn you!
Jim, just let them munch on you a bit.
Please help! So what's going on?
This may, well, this is not going to be able to work, actually. I was going to say this may just be able to work out,
Help me!
but to get the other
Hey!
half of the vigil, you have to dodge like 4 zombies in Outbreak. That's the thing, too. Like, compared to all of the classic era games before this, Outbreak makes it so difficult to get around enemies without taking damage.
Listen!
Like doing the S rank runs and such of all the other games prior to this. I mean, you guys saw, I can dodge a zombie. I like to think pretty well. But Outbreak just has that sort of clunkiness to it. That little bit of jank that makes it so fucking hard to get around enemies without getting hit. So as soon as you put me in this mode where there are like no recovery items anywhere, that alone is what makes it so fucking difficult. It's actually not even the enemies themselves that have become more difficult. Like, the damage they deal is the same as on normal difficulty here. It's the lack of ammo and healing items, and even weapons. Like, this scenario on hard mode has like 3 shotguns scattered around. On very hard mode, not a single shotgun. Like, legitimately not one. There's a broken one that David might be able to fix. I'm not 100% on that. But even that is like, at the very end, you pretty much just get it before the final boss. Oh boy.
Do you know who woofs woofs? I can show the DMs. Do you know who woofs woofs in my DMs? Someone that is in this chat.
Who was it? Oh no. No.
Help me! Well, here's something.
I can't get him off.
Had a thought.
It's not letting me shoot him.
Come on, is anyone there? I will not die here. Well, I did get some.
Wasn't me this time.
Help me!
I'm assuming Alyssa died before I even got down here.
Help me, please!
Then yes, David can repair it. Okay, I would have figured.
Damn, please help! Damn you! Help me, please!
It's such a jump up. Very hard.
Please help!
Oh, I really hope that didn't get picked up. That was a nasty one.
I need your help. What's wrong? Here's something.
I don't even know if heard that one. That one was gross. Hold on. Uh-oh. Game facts is down. Okay. I don't know if we'll have to play Lone Wolf mode at all. I don't think so. Doesn't seem like it. Wait a minute. Yeah, no. Once we do have that, sorry, wallpaper jump scare. I forget I'm on display capture today. The strategy guide? I have not been. Dark Ties jump scare? It's a clean wallpaper, damn it. I'm a Yakuza 3 enjoyer. It's a clean wallpaper. I love Mine. I love Yakuza 3. The one that literally says everything? I mean, I've been using a list from IGN that is just every unlockable in the game plus the unlock criteria. I did find one from IGN, ironically enough. Because I normally avoid IGN when doing 100%, because their info typically isn't great. But this one is just all straight out of the game. So this one is good.
Let's just try to stay calm.
I can recognize when even IGN has a good completion guide. I hate it when IGN has the best guide. I mean, I don't hate it. I normally avoid IGN, but I looked at theirs because I was struggling to find another one, and theirs is legit the best one. At least for what I'm doing. Like, the strategy guide is perfect if you want, like, every requirement plus in-depth strategies on how to complete everything associated. But I just want a list of everything I have to do.
Right?
Listen to me!
Got reminded of how bad box arts
Have you
were
made any
at the
progress?
beginning of Gen 7 in the US. What do you mean? I mean, there were some good ones.
No shit.
Like, Dead Rising 3's is pretty good, actually. Oh, wait, Gen 7. Wait, my bad.
No.
Okay.
What's wrong? What's wrong?
Well,
Excuse me. Hey.
specifically MGS4 and Yakuza 3. Yakuza 3's is good. How dare you? We're talking the one with the cigarette in his mouth? That was a good one. Now, if you want to talk about a bad Yakuza artwork from that time period, Yakuza 4's not so great. No? Was the box art different? Half cut off close. Oh, yes, it was. I was like, am I misremembering? And I am. Because when I think Yakuza 3 cover art, I think of the Japanese one with the cigarette in his mouth, because that's the one that's like in my Steam library. But yes, that one. I do. The red background, that one is bad. That one is really bad. To be honest, I think a lot of the Yakuza games have not great cover arts. Like, to be totally real. Like, in particular, I kind of dislike all of the ones that are just like, fuck it, throw every prominent character from the story onto the cover. I think pretty much all of those end up looking like shit, including like Yakuza 0. And I'll stand by that. Like, I think all of those from the Yakuza series look pretty shit. Like Yakuza 4, 5, 0. I don't like any of those. I don't like that style of just throw every fucking character on the cover art. I like JP Yakuza 3, great cover art. Kiwami 2, awesome cover art. The Ishin Kiwami release, the original Ishin I'm still not huge on, but Ishin Kiwami's cover art, great. Really great. I like those. I like when they get a little more stylized with it, compared to just throw everyone on the box. No man left behind. Everyone goes on the box. Oh, fuck, you are here. This run is already fucked because of all this. Seven and 8 have great cover art. 7's is good. I can picture 7's. 7's does have kind of that aspect of like throwing a bunch of people on the box, but I think that one mostly works. mostly. Like, I would say out of the cover arts that go for that from the Yakuza series, that might be the best one. 8's, I cannot picture from memory. Like, I can't. Oh my god, bro. I haven't dodged a single hit this game. Like, I've been using the duck everywhere, and it has not dodged a single fucking thing. Oh my god. I got clipped by that? That's crazy. No! Yeah, okay. It really has not dodged a single thing. This is fucked up. Favorite Call of Duty box art? BO1. For sure. That isn't, no, it's BO1. You can't, no, too late. But if not, Black Ops 1, MW2. The good one. The good MW2. What was I talking about?
Hey!
Oh, the Yakuza cover arts.
Hey!
I'm probably not alone in that my favorite cover art from the whole fucking series is JP Yakuza 3's or JP Yakuza 1 would also be right there. Like, if I had to pick one out of the whole series, it would probably be one of those two. Although the Western release of Yakuza 1 had good box art too, to be fair, but just that actual original box art is so clean looking. It's so nice. I like the Cold War box art a lot. Cold Wars is pretty good, actually. That's a sleeper pick.
Kiss my ass, bitch!
Kiss my ass, bitch! I have my window open. I need to calm down. I'm like actually full yelling with my window open. What about K1? Kiwami 1's is kind of lame. I'll be totally real.
You gotta help! You have to help.
Like, I get what they're going for, but it feels really... It's just very whelming. Like, it met the expectation, and that was about it. You know?
Wrong?
I think Kiwami 1 has worse cover art than both of original Yakuza 1's cover arts. Kiwami 2's is nice. I like Kiwami 2's cover art a lot.
Listen to me!
The Kiwami 3 cover is actually pretty nice. That's what I'm saying. That's why, right now, I have in my, like, rotation of wallpapers just the Kiwami 3 cover art. Because it's really fucking cool. And I love Yakuza 3. So if I'm, like, in my head, if I just separate, like, those characters and that art from Kiwami 3 and just think of it as Yakuza 3, that art is fucking awesome. That cover is so sweet.
Hey!
I gotta be really careful doing this.
Listen to me!
Alyssa is alive?
You have to help.
I uncovered some information. Please help!
Help!
I can't stop.
Help
Alyssa yoinked the fucking... Oh.
What? Oh,
It's so over. It is so over.
Help me, please!
help me, please!
Fine.
Help me, please!
Help me, please!
Help me!
No!
Please help!
Help!
Help me, please!
This difficulty sucks so much ass,
Found
dude.
something
It's
we- Help!
it is seriously the
Help me,
fucking
please.
I
worst.
don't want to die! Help!
Help me, please! Damn you! Please help!
I uncovered some information.
Help me, please!
I will not die here.
I don't ever
Hey
remember
there.
hearing of it until I stumbled upon your channel.
Come on,
You should,
is
you should
anyone
check those
there?
videos
Hey.
out, 'cause they'll turn you. I'm telling you, and it'll be worth
What's
it.
wrong?
You'll have a great time.
Help me!
Would you rather a remaster of Outbreak 1 and 2 or a remake of ORC?
Help me, please!
A remake? Probably still a remaster of Outbreak 1 and 2.
Well, here's something.
Probably.
Let's hurry!
Probably.
Please help!
Like, ORC, if they remade
Oh,
it,
shit.
could probably be so much better.
Hello there.
But I would rather Capcom lean more in the direction of survival horror than action horror right
Please
now.
help! Help me, please!
Would you rather play Pirate Yakuza or Devil May Cry 2? Pirate Yakuza. I haven't even played that game, but it cannot be worse than Devil May Cry 2. Like, even if it's the worst Yakuza game that I've played by like 3 full points, it's still better than DMC 2. So, Pirate Yakuza. Without a doubt. I don't even have to think about it. I haven't played the game, and I know that there's no fucking shot that I would enjoy it less than Devil May Cry 2. Remake of ORC would be a waste. I have kind of a hot take that I think that either of those options would probably be a waste. Like, looking at it from a brand and business standpoint from Capcom's perspective, I think straight up remastering and re-releasing the Outbreak games as they are would not be a successful venture. At least not relative to the current scale of the franchise.
Did you find anything new?
What's wrong with Pirate Yakuza? I only know what I've heard, but I hear the story sucks and the combat is like, it has some positives. Like, there are some things about Pirate Yakuza's combat that I know people really like, but I know there are also some things about Pirate Yakuza's combat that are like some of the worst in the series. Like, I hear the heat mechanic or the heat system in Pirate Yakuza apparently fucking blows. Again, haven't played the game, but I've heard that a lot. Like, it apparently has one of the worst heat systems in the franchise.
Are you feeling all right?
Is there nothing useful?
I never play Yakuza for the story. I never go
Are you
into it
alright?
for the story.
I just had a thought.
And do you feel like the Yakuza franchise is one of those that's more like, if the story is good, it's like a nice bonus?
Let's
You know what
just
I
try to
mean?
stay calm.
Oh yeah, the heat bar. That's always what I hear people say about Pirate Yakuza. I always hear people talk about the story and the heat system both being terrible.
I don't want to die.
Did you find something?
Shit!
Anyone?
Did you find?
Anyone? Anyone?
Listen to me!
Hello there. Hello there.
I also think, though, I recently learned that in Japan,
Do it.
they titled Pirate Yakuza, they titled it Ryuga Gotoku 8, Pirates in Hawaii, which I think is a much better name compared to what we got, because it makes Pirate Yakuza, like, just from a branding standpoint, it clearly communicates that, like, this is a standalone expansion for Like a Dragon, or sorry, like, for Yakuza 8, for Infinite Wealth, for us. Oh yeah, sorry, it's Ryuga Gotoku 8 Gaiden Pirates in Hawaii. Like, they clearly set the expectation just from the title alone that it is a standalone expansion of 8 and not you know, something that you should compare to like a full-scale Yakuza title. And I think if we had gotten a title similar to that here, there probably would be a lot more positive sentiment around the game. It was RGG 3 Gaiden Dark Ties. I mean, here with Dark Ties, I feel like they did set that expectation properly. Maybe not so much in the title alone, but definitely in like the marketing. Whereas like Pirate Yakuza, I remember when they were hyping that game up and I was like, holy fuck, they're making like a whole ass Yakuza game with pirates. But then the game came around and it was like, no, this is like a little side game. It's like 30 hours even with side content. This isn't like a full-scale Yakuza game. It's a Gaiden. It's a side story. It's a standalone expansion, whatever you want to call it. That's what it is. Was the Kiwami 2 Majima thing also a Gaiden? Calling that a Gaiden would be very generous to the Majima saga in Kiwami 2. That would be doing it a lot of favors. If you can't tell, I think the Majima saga was shit. I mean, I said as much in my video. I was like, ooh. The best part about it is it's only like 2 hours long. Was basically what I said. I was like, the best part of this was Majima, and it's really short. Because, man, it was bad. It was just, ugh. I liked Kiwami 2. Ending on Majima Saga the way I did, I played all of Kiwami 2 and then went back for Majima Saga, to be fair. Which, the way that it unlocks, I don't think that's really how they intended you to do it. But that's how I did it when I was recording through that game. And yeah, that was a sour note to end on with Kiwami 2. That was... Ugh. Oh my god, I did it quickly. Whew. It doesn't ruin anything, but it doesn't add much either. To be fair, I have no problem with stuff like that being canon. Like, even if it doesn't progress the story in a meaningful way. It's like Resident Evil 3. Where, like, I don't necessarily say that RE3 shouldn't be canon because it doesn't progress the story. Because RE3 doesn't. And I know that I always get a knee-jerk reaction on that, but, like, nothing about RE3 progresses the overall narrative of the franchise or, like, builds out the world to any meaningful degree. But I wouldn't say that RE3 shouldn't be canon, because, like, it's still fun for what it is. It's just... You know, it feels like a side story. I'm getting grabbed. Maybe not. Fuck, 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 fuck. Go, 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 George! Oh, no! Has shaken up the whole RE universe with Elpis. To be fair, I don't think it's shaken up that much. Which might sound crazy. Okay, but hear me out. Hear me out. RE9, Elpis, is treated as like this huge deal. Because it kind of is. And at the time that it was created, it would have been. But Elpis would have been created prior to like RE2 and 3, right? Presumably 1, but we don't know that for certain. And at the time in the Resident Evil universe, viruses were absolutely the biggest threat when it came to bioweapons. Since RE3, since the Raccoon City incident,
Hey there.
in terms of the numbered games at least, there has been one title that actually had a virus-based bioweapon, and that was RE6. Other than that, it's all been parasites or like a mutated mold spore.
Don't touch me!
So honestly, Elpis doesn't shake things up that much. Because like it does completely nullify any virus-based bioweapon. But in universe,
Hey there.
like timeline-wise, the last time that they would have seen like a cataclysmic virus-based bioweapon attack would have been like 15 years before RE9 takes place. Unless you include RE9 itself, I guess. But even then, those outbreaks are so localized to like Renwood and the care center, the Rhodes Hill Care Center. And Renwood, they never even circle back on that. We don't know how much damage that did.
Well, here's something bizarre.
Which is kind of crazy to say out loud, but I'm only realizing now, they never really circled back on that. Like, Gideon on the way out did just unleash the T-Virus in this city. And then we never really get any follow-up on, like, how much damage that actually did. Like, was it just those couple blocks that got, like, absolutely fucked, but then they contained it quickly? Or was it, like, the whole city? Did it spread beyond the city? Like, fuck if I know. Who can say? They never circle back on the Redwood thing. They just kind of have this guy unleash the T-Virus there and then move on real quick. Like literally within 10 minutes. They just move on and don't really bring it up again.
No shit.
So now that I'm thinking about it, like, what happened? What happened in Redwood? How devastating was it? It could be another Raccoon City. That's the thing. It could be fucking huge. Or they could just be like, oh yeah, it's pretty much what you saw. Don't really worry about it too much. It's not a big deal. It just entirely depends on how they write it, but they didn't really give any sort of explanation on that whatsoever.
Let's just try to stay calm. Shoo! Help me, please!
It's funny that I'm thinking about that now. I'm like, what really happened with that whole, you know, T-Virus in Renwood thing?
Shit!
The story is just a device to move you from one location to another in RE games. It really is, the more that you start to think about it.
Please, is anyone there?
It's gone through so many viral outbreaks. I'm sure the BSAA or government would quarantine and clean it up quick enough to... Yeah, that's... Like, I would assume that too. And I kind of did just, I guess, unconsciously assume that it wasn't that big.
Excuse me?
But that is something that RE9 just kind of like throws out there.
Excuse me?
And within 10 minutes, like, we're past it. We never bring it up again. Less than 10 minutes, to be honest. That playable section is like 5 minutes long.
Just don't give up.
It really, really goes by quick.
Stop! God, no!
Go to hell!
It's funny how many of those things you, like in any Resident Evil game when they first come out, there are so many little details like that that are so easily glossed over for like,
Do it!
you know, your first couple playthroughs, even just your first month, like post playing the game, and then suddenly you think back on it and you're like, wait a minute. What the fuck like happened as a result of that?
Fine.
And the answer is just kind of like, I don't know. Fuck. Where did I, oh no. Where did I leave it?
I don't want to die.
I, without thinking, dropped the fucking
Excuse me?
valve handle again.
Hi!
I think...
No shit.
Oh boy. I dropped it all the way in the chemical room. Still trying to figure out how Grace got away with being bit at the beginning. That is like the biggest question mark out of the whole thing. Although, maybe it's not contagious. What? The T-virus strain in Requiem? It's very contagious. That's what we see in Renwood. Gideon only shoots like 3 people with it. And then we don't see him release the virus directly in the care center. But it's safe to assume he only shot a small handful of workers, and then within like 30 minutes, the whole care center was infected, aside from Grace and Leon. And Henry,
What's wrong?
whatever his name was,
Damn it!
Never.
and yeah, I was gonna say there's like that sort of partial immunity thing that kind of floats around and gets brought up only when, you know, it's convenient for plot reasons, to be honest.
I don't know what to do!
And then there's like the fact that characters get bit in the games constantly and
Hey,
don't get infected, but then you can say like getting bit during gameplay isn't canon and whatnot. Like you could. Your point is, who the fuck knows?
you.
Shit!
Some sort of airborne transmission. Well, I mean, airborne. Then, like the reason that we even brought up that the bite might not be contagious was, how did she not get infected? If it's airborne, it's even more infectious. Grace in that cutscene has no player input. Yeah, but Leon in canon, I think it's in like a fucking document in 6 or something.
No shit.
I don't remember where exactly it comes from, but Leon is stated in canon to be immune to the T-virus. But then there's the whole thing with him having the Raccoon City syndrome in Requiem, because now they're like, well, he's not actually immune. He's like partially immune. It's just super delayed, actually. Really, with RE, they pick and choose when the immunity stuff occurs or applies. For whatever reason, they pull out of their ass. Gideon treated her before extracting her blood. I mean, we get like a little step-by-step log of what they did to her in the care center, and they don't mention that.
Let's just try to stay calm.
And like, there's the thing where Spencer could have dosed her with Elpis as a baby, maybe, but then like, when he hands her to Alyssa in that one scene,
Listen to me!
he says straight up, because Alyssa asks like what is special about her or something. I don't remember the question word for word, but she asks something like that. And he says like nothing. She's 100% totally normal. And like, in a way that is what makes her special to him. The whole thing is like, eh.
Come on, come on, come on. It won't
Don't think
move.
about it too much.
Why?
Don't think about it.
Give me a break. I don't believe this. Something else I have to fix to get out of here.
Spencer's also not a good guy, so we can't really take everything he says at face value. Certainly not, but the whole point of that scene is to show that he's turned away from that specifically. And is trying to leave a more positive impact where he can. Hence the whole Elpis thing as well.
Well,
But then,
here's
if
something
you know,
bizarre.
they could later 180 on that and be like, it was all a ploy. But at least for the time being,
No shit.
we are being told that he's being totally honest there, and that it's a big change of character for him. So really the whole thing is just like, who the fuck knows? In particular with Grace and the infection, they'll come up with some explanation for it down the line that's definitive, but right now there isn't one. Same with the other characters who have been immune to viruses before. What's the game where Jill tackles Wesker out of a glass window? That's RE5. A month later, he's shouting at Wesker about being a god. Yeah, but then you have to separate the timelines out, because RE5 currently would kind of be canon to the remake timeline, but only dubiously, because they just haven't remade it yet. Post-timeline split. It really depends what ends up happening with all that. Was there the flashback to events before RE5? Yeah. And then one of the story DLCs for 5 is that mission. And that whole sequence plays out at the end of it.
My life is shit. Listen to me!
Oh.
Damn you!
I need that.
Please help.
There goes Alyssa.
Shoo!
Can I get by? I'll take it.
Somebody help me.
Either it's dementia causing him to relapse to his old ways, or he was just saying that shit to Wesker to rile him up and make him fail. That could actually be an interesting way of writing that, like in the remake, as they'll have to address the context of that scene post, you know, change of heart. That could actually be like a very interesting approach to it, is that he's trying to, I guess, fuck with Wesker and screw him over in the end. Like, knowing that he'll die for it, but being okay with that.
Hey!
It probably is the most interesting way they could approach it, to be real. I just started RE6 because I have it in my library. Can I say why? Just why is this game like this? It's RE6 is fun
I feel really sick.
for a few hours. You just wait until you try to power through playing the entire story and you're like 30 hours deep into that game. And then you really start to feel it. You really start to feel it. Yeah, I talked about that on stream back when the game came out. The lockpick achievement in Requiem being called like mother, like daughter.
Listen to me!
In your opinion, do you feel Sherry will lose her abilities due to Elpis? I think, like, narratively, if they wanted to keep things consistent and keep things feeling logical, Sherry would have to lose her abilities after being dosed with Elpis. Because the whole thing with Elpis is that it negates all viruses, including G-Virus, assumedly, right? Realistically, knowing the way that Capcom writes lore for the franchise, they will instead come up with a reason as to why the G-Virus is not under that umbrella, just so that Sherry will keep her abilities.
I feel
Like, knowing Capcom, that's probably where that will go, to be honest. Oh, I need that code that's right there. I'm gonna need to go back. God damn it. Under that umbrella. That was not intentional. I could act like it was, but it's not. A miracle drug for all viruses specifically, or just Umbrella's viruses? That's also kind of unknown. But in the game, they say it negates all viruses. Although, again, that could be, like, understood within context to just be Umbrella's viruses. That's another thing that really, like, we just won't know for sure until we get whatever next mainline game there is. And they inevitably have to address it more directly. but the in-game wording does describe it as not even just being like a cure. I think it is all viruses, actually. Because I think that's kind of the whole point, is not just undoing like what Spencer has done, but also offering something that actually benefits humanity going forward. So I would actually, like, thinking about it more now, I would assume that it is all viruses, all viruses. Like, legitimately everything would be my assumption. Because just in terms of what they're trying to do there, narratively, that would make more sense to me. Alex Mercer as a lion is pretty good. That message, for a second I was like, what are we talking about? Alex Mercer as Leon is pretty good. And I think the craziest thing still is that Nick Apostolidis plays Leon in Requiem and legitimately sounds exactly like Matt Mercer's Leon. Autocorrect, that message was a trip for a second. It really was. Oh. Oh, thank God. We're zooming. We're going. Change in tone between ages is absolutely stunning. It's crazy. Like RE2, 4, and 9 now, they all sound like different Leons. It really is wildly impressive. What's a scorching hot take you have about RE? Oh, I have a few. I have to think for a second. I like the remake Jill. That's not like scorching, but that's hot. As is 3 remake Jill. Sorry. I do like RE3 remake Jill. I'm trying to think. I'm trying to think of like the really hot ones. I know that I've said them on stream before. Like nothing secret per se, but I have some. I have a few. Oh, I don't like Leon's change of character in the original RE4. Like as compared to RE2. And I think one of the best parts of 4 Remake is undoing that. And like still keeping some of it, but making it less like his entire personality 180'd and more like a natural evolution from RE2. That's one. I'm just trying to think of like the things that I get comments on the videos all the time about. Because that's kind of how I can gauge when I have an unpopular opinion.
I'm not sure.
Is when I get a shit ton of comments about how much they disagree. Not loving RE4 Leon's personality is probably the first one that would come to mind in that sense. I get comments about that all the time. I'm trying to think. You liking RE4 Remake, Ada? I didn't say I liked her as a character more. I said I liked her design more. Remake Jill is terrible? I really don't think so. Like, I think a lot of people play the first hour or so of the game and are just like, oh my God, what a bitch. And then run with that as being her entire personality in that game. Even after completing it, like that kind of sticks with them in a way, whether intentional or not. But I really think like if you analyze her character more deeply over the entirety of 3 Remake, you see that it's not just that they made Jill into a raging bitch, it's that they actually leaned into the fact that Jill really would not trust or have any sort of initial instinct to work alongside anyone from Umbrella.
Hurry up!
And she's being cold and standoffish with them while still recognizing that she needs to work with them because they are Umbrella. But then pretty much the entire squad over the course of the game grows on her, and she starts to be more open and normal around them, aside from Nikolai. But I think that that first hour tends to stick with people very strongly. She would be bitchy after the things she went through after 1. I do also just like that they actually acknowledge how much of an effect the events of RE1 would have had on her. Because original, like, classic timeline Jill, they never acknowledge that whatsoever. Like, in 3 or 5, they never acknowledge the effect that the Spencer Mansion would have actually had on her mentally. Which is crazy once they do acknowledge it in 3 Remake, and you're kind of like, how did this never come up before? You know? Like, how is this just something that we never talked about? That's wild. Oh my god, I got through without getting hit by the hunter. Let's go. This has to be the run. There's a ton of shit there. I do really think, in general, that the RE3 remake fleshed out the story of RE3 in ways that I enjoy quite a bit. Even just beyond Jill, like, I like Carlos way more. Actually expanding on the lore of, like, the extent that Irons was going to bury the whole mansion incident is so interesting. Like, the fact that he had people stalking them in their homes. Like, Jill writes in her journal about how he had men stationed in the apartment across the street from hers, like, watching her through her windows from across the street. That shit is so interesting. Like, that was never in the classic timeline. And a lot of that stuff is, like, great. I really like that stuff. I think in general, 3 Remake expands RE3's story really well. Granted, spicy take, RE3's story was originally not really much of a story outside of just Jill getting chased around by Nemesis and escaping Raccoon City. And, like, actually adding more of a distinct purpose to UBCS being there, outside of the weird explanation of they were trying to rescue civilians from original RE3. Like, it now being that they were sent in being told that, but then they learned after they got there that, like, each squad had their own distinct objectives. Whereas original RE3, the UBCS, really was there to save civilians outside of, like, a very select handful like Nikolai, who had more objectives to actually carry out. But the flip of, like, RE3 Remake, their entire squad suddenly gets told after they arrive that they have to extract this VIP for Umbrella, and that's the real reason they're there. Stuff like that is interesting. I think RE3 Remake does a lot of that that's actually really good from a story perspective. Like Nathaniel Bard. I got a comment on my OG RE3 video, like a couple days ago, where someone was like, no, the story of RE3 is actually really good, because it does, like, all this for world building. And half of the shit that they said was from the remake. And that really, like, to me, I was like, a lot of the actual world building and stuff that does happen with RE3 came in the remake. Been like 5 years since I played RE3, so I don't remember. In original RE3 or the remake? Because the reason is actually different between them. For why Nikolai is the way he is. It doesn't do me any good. Oh well. Both original RE3, Nikolai was one of the very, very few units who was sent into Raccoon City with direct orders from Umbrella to carry out covert operations. In the original RE3, he had a bunch of them that, well, actually, in the original RE3, he only had like a couple, but then as time went on, they kept expanding it. Like Outbreak expands it with, he had to gather blood from the Thanatos tyrant, and he had to assassinate that one guy in the university, and like Outbreak even adds more to his objective list. But original RE3, he was just there largely to collect combat data of the BOWs, like as they clashed with law enforcement and the UBCS and all that. In the remake, he presumably is sent in with largely the same reason, but it ends up being that Nikolai is actually kind of working as his own agent purely for the sake of profit, trying to like collect samples and stuff and data to sell to organizations like Wesker's or like the Connections that got introduced later, who are purely interested in bioweapons for profit. The atmosphere and the environment's just looking cool, having some cool environmental details. Like in the Dead Factory, there's a lot of Umbrella soldiers and BOWs. Bro, I love the factory in the original RE3. I still am so pissed that they replaced it with Nest 2 in the remake. That shit is so stupid. The Dead Factory being like a front for another Umbrella facility in the original RE3 is so much more interesting than just, we had a second nest, lol. There were two that were not connected and that didn't work together in any way, but there were two. Because asset reuse. Like a mercenary survivor. Yeah, presumably in the remake, he gets sent in with the same like covert operations and objectives and all that, but he also goes in knowing damn well that he's not actually going to carry those out and that he's going to do his own thing. Resistance not being greenlit would have given us an entirely different 3 remake. That gets said a lot, and that is entirely untrue. Because something that a lot of people overlook is the actual development circumstances of Resistance. Those being that the game originally was greenlit completely separate from 3 Remake, just to begin with. Beyond that, none of the resources from 3 Remake were funneled into Resistance. Resistance was actually made with like barely any resources. Pretty much all that went into it was paying the wages of the developers. And additionally, Resistance was done by an entirely different company outside of Capcom than 3 Remake. Because 3 Remake was largely made by M2, and Resistance was made entirely by Neobards. Like, genuinely, none of Resistance's development actually affected 3 Remake. They were only bundled together because the director of 3 Remake felt that with Mercenaries being cut and with the game being shorter due to the lack of different scenarios, that 3 Remake needed a little more content. And it actually ended up being the other way around, that bundling decision hurt Resistance rather than 3 Remake because it got put on a shorter timeline. That really, like, legitimately just gets thrown around because people were pissed about 3 Remake and were like, oh, this multiplayer thing attached to it has to be the culprit, right? Which in a lot of cases would be easy to assume. But once you actually look into the development of Resistance, legitimately, like, it had no effect on the outcome of 3 Remake. Should have been funneled elsewhere. Like I said, all it really was paying the wages of the very small team who worked on it for the time that they did. Because they didn't even make any new assets for the game aside from like the character models of the new survivors and the cosmetics and all that. Aside from that, when you play Resistance, it's literally just they took everything they possibly could out of like RE2 and 3 remakes that Capcom provided to them and just made it work. And the game feels really janky because of that. Like, you can feel that there was legitimately zero budget in that game. It's crazy when you actually play it. Like, I always thought it looked a little clunky, but I never would have thought that it felt that bad to play. Because it's brutal when you play it. Reuse that nest too? Yeah. Eesh. You think I can hit him with the train if I'm really fast here? Maybe. I did. Chat, I might have it. I don't want to jinx it. Oh no. All right, where is he? I can't see. Come back here, you bitch. Oh, okay. Oh my god, piping hot RE hot take. Re-releasing Outbreak games exactly as they are would not be like this ultimate giga-brain business move for Capcom. I forget that one. That's probably one of my hot ones. I always feel bad saying it too. Like, I really don't think that if these released exactly as they are today, that they would gain like mass market appeal. I think they would find their audience, but I don't think it would be like, oh my god, this is the greatest multiplayer thing ever. 5 million copies sold in a week. I definitely don't think that re-releasing the Outbreak games as they are would rival the success of the mainline franchise currently, or even like the spin-offs and stuff. Granted, we haven't gotten a proper spin-off in a while, but I still don't know if it would even match like the sales of Rev 2, to be honest. And even beyond like the fixed camera, which is valid, right? Because a lot of people would just even look at fixed camera and be like, nope, not doing it. Right? Even beyond that, like, I love the fixed camera and the tank controls and all that, but Outbreak has like the worst feeling tank controls out of the entire franchise. There is just some weird jank going on with Outbreak's tank controls that it's really slow and unresponsive by comparison. So like, even though I love this control scheme, like, Outbreak might legitimately be the worst example of it out of the Resident Evil games. It feels rough. It feels really slow. Like, really, really slow. And a lot of my frustration with Outbreak when I played it for the first time was just how janky and clunky the controls were. Like, even compared to the PS1 games. Oh my, oh no. God damn it. Thankfully, these guys don't do a whole lot of damage. Now, I think if they remade, like with a large budget, the Outbreak games and like potentially added more of those cut scenarios from the original vision, that more of a discussion about like financial success could definitely start to be had. But I don't think that these games as they are would be like huge hits like a lot of people say. Even with all the current hype around the brand. Oh my. Oh. 2 down. 2 very hard scenarios down. Thank God for the train in that boss fight. It does so much damage. To preserve it for easy. I would love something like that. Like a GOG port would be amazing. Where it doesn't take much from Capcom. They basically just have to give GOG permission and let them do their thing. Like something exactly like what happened with the PS1 trilogy a couple years ago would be perfect for Outbreak. At least currently. And especially just for like dipping toes in and measuring interests and stuff like that. In my opinion, business-wise, that would be the way to go. Yeah, a new game in the same style or like a full-scale remake, like sort of like RE234 got. But obviously stuff like that is scary for Capcom business-wise because of how much would have to go into it. Which is why I think we don't see it. But that's where I'm saying, like, a GOG collection sort of thing. That would be awesome just for, like, gauging if there is interest in something like this. Like, that is absolutely, in my opinion, granted, I'm not Capcom, but, like, I'm a little business-brained. I think something like that to gauge the interest is exactly what I would want to do. People in this chat would buy Yakuza 1 and 2 re-releases, but mass market, not a chance. I kind of agree with that, but I do definitely see, even among like more casual audiences on the videos, I do see a lot of like, I would love to play the original games. They're just not accessible because like I'm on PS5, right? Like if you're on PC, that's one thing. Because there are multiple versions of those games that you can emulate on a fucking potato these days. And get sort of accessibility that way. But even then, some people are scared of emulation. They think it's way more complicated than it is. That's a whole other thing. But people on console in particular, it's like, you're fucked. Like, you just... There's no playing Yakuza 1 and 2 nowadays. Like, actual original ones, unless you have a working PS2 around, which most people nowadays don't, right? So I think it would be more successful than you probably are thinking, Lightning, but I would agree, like, mass market, probably not. All right, I got my 3 scenarios. Is George done? It's time for David. Time to finally learn David for real. If they added a Kenzan localized port, people definitely would buy. I think that, honestly, like an Origins collection that's 1, 2, and Kenzan could probably be really big. The average gamer just doesn't fuck with old games, unfortunately. It's pretty true. It is very unfortunate. I love old games. Like PS2 era, that's like, well, I was gonna say that's like my golden era. I don't know if I would go that far necessarily.
Go now.
I might. Oh, I threw a wrench. A monkey wrench of moderate size. I was like, what is his little ability?
Oh, I apologize if I surprised you. Please, do not be alarmed. I'm a doctor in this hospital. I must say that this hospital is not an ideal place to take shelter. It's not as safe as it may look
PS2 slash PS3 360 era. Those two together are like my golden era of games. Both in their own ways. Like definitely in two very different ways. Like PS2 era for single player, PS3 360 for some of the single player stuff around that time, but like the multiplayer games we got around then were just still the goats.
What's wrong?
I don't think any of the big multiplayer games nowadays have given me even close to the enjoyment that a lot of those did.
I don't want to die! Help!
I feel like once a week, Twitter has a massive battle between people saying old game bad and people calling those people stupid.
You find something?
Honestly, that is true.
Hey!
It is pretty much a weekly occurrence.
Let's just try to stay
Legitimately.
calm.
And yeah, it was just like Resident Evil tank controls recently because of all the RE9 hype and people going back to the older games. It did just happen with RE. Where like that was the main topic of gaming Twitter for a few days.
Idiot.
No herbs there. I love very hard mode. There are just no recovery items. There's legitimately just none. Ever. In any scenario. That is the challenge of this difficulty. There are just no fucking herbs or even like weapons really anywhere. There are no herbs and weapons are super rare by comparison. It's crazy, man. What are we doing? I got a handgun. As I said that, I'll take it. Yeah, I wasn't getting away from that. RE2 on Dreamcast is such a good time. I have no idea how people can hate on it. Oh, on RE2 in general. I thought you meant the Dreamcast version. I was like, the Dreamcast version is generally seen as one of the better ones. I was confused for a second, but then my brain caught up. What do you think the Kiwami team will do now? Clearly the A team is working on Stranger, but what does Kiwami 3 do now? It's hard to say, because I don't know how many teams there actively are at RGG. Like, is the Kiwami 3 team also the Gaiden team? Because I would assume such.
I'm trying to figure out why.
I don't know
The
for
electricity
certain.
on this floor is entirely supplied by an auxiliary battery. See if this works.
Honestly, they probably go towards working on whatever they have planned for like Yakuza 4. Yeah, I know there's a Virtua Fighter team. Sorry, that got me. I choked. They're making Stranger Than Heaven Gaiden, the Ryoma who was like a dragon or something. Am I crazy for thinking Yakuza 4 and Dead Rising 1 have a similar kind of feel to them? Maybe a little. However, I will say that Dead Souls has a very Dead Rising 1 feel to it. So, like, maybe kind of for Yakuza 4 specifically, but Dead Souls really does feel like Dead Rising, like a lot. Dead Souls on stream is gonna be so fucking funny. People have no idea. Like, everyone kind of knows with Dead Souls how silly that shit gets. But I don't think a lot of people really understand how absurd Dead Souls gets pretty much within like 30 minutes of opening. That is like one of the best examples of a game that is so ridiculously over the top and silly the entire time that you just can't not enjoy it. Like, I would never believe you if you said you don't enjoy it. Purely because of that. Jesus Christ, am I going down? Not yet. I am, though. Oh, there it is. Oh, I'm not dead yet, somehow.
I don't think so.
Ooh. Just walks in and punches a zombie in the face. It is so ridiculous.
Oh my god.
Oh, the atmosphere of the game. Yes, actually. Specifically, the atmosphere, if that's what we're talking about, 100% it does feel like Dead Rising. I would agree with that. Okay. Feels like the next Ichiban game has a team, and Stranger Than Heaven does too. Then maybe another one in Virtua Fighter. I think definitely, like, there is a Kiwami, maybe slash Gaiden team, just looking at, like, the spacing between releases that they're going with. It feels pretty in line with the history of the franchise. Sorry, hiccup. Franchise. That team putting out like a small side game once per year, both between like Gaidens and Kiwamis. And especially if you look at Kiwami 3 and Dark Ties as two, then like Kiwami 3 being so neutered and bare bones compared to Yakuza 3 also starts to make more sense, just development wise. I feel like that might be the same team. I don't know if we know for certain if it is, but that could definitely be the same team. I don't know.
Fine.
It feels like there's such a gap
Let's just
between,
try to stay calm.
granted, for the Yakuza franchise, to emphasize, like, this is a franchise that used to put out full-scale new games once a year, right? They've always worked at a ridiculous pace. The spacing between, like,
What's wrong?
Yakuza 8 and Stranger Than Heaven feels like it might be the same, like, A team or main team, I guess you could say. To me, at least, it feels like it could be the same team. It could also not be. I don't know. But if I were a betting man, I might say that they're the same.
Fine.
I don't know if I would say there are two mainline teams, like main game teams, I guess is the way to put it. Definitely, like, Virtua Fighter is a team. There's a Kiwami team, slash maybe Gaiden team. They might be the same. Who can say? The card key is still here. Huge.
Let's just try to stay
Is there
calm.
at least one first aid spray in this area? Hell yes.
Listen to me.
Okay, hold on, chat. We're cooking. I don't think a separate team would do Like a Dragon 9. Yeah, I feel like their A team, so to speak, might be the same. Like, I think they may have gone from Yakuza 8 over to Stranger Than Heaven. And then after Stranger Than Heaven will be like the start of development on 9. It's hard to say. I'm not even there yet. I'm working off of like my understanding of their general schedule and workflow up to like Fist of the North Star Lost Paradise. Beyond that, I don't know how things start to play out. I'm kind of just eyeballing it from the outside beyond that.
It can't be.
But I did a lot of research on how they schedule things out and stuff like that.
Please.
Up to that point, at least. So that much I'm confident on, but I'm still, with where I'm at, I'm like 8 years behind. I'm still in 2018 for the Yakuza series, so I can't say for certain. Oh my god, that scared the fuck out of me.
Help me!
Just rounding that corner. Cindy, there are leeches everywhere. There is the leech man. Good night, Cindy. She's gone. It's over for her. Not my fault.
Hey, hey! Help me!
This stance
Help!
is some crazy shit. There goes Cindy. Cindy is the leech man now. I forget that's a thing. FromSoft B team is built insane. Fucking Sekiro AC6. I'm just saying. Dark Souls 2, different story, certainly. In a post Dark Souls 2 world, yeah, FromSoft's B team is fucking crazy. I just dropped my gun. for an item I did not need by any means. Hemostat. Jesus Christ, all of my ammo is gone. I'm dying, I'm dying, I'm dying. This is that signature, very hard difficulty moment where the entire run falls apart because of like 1 minute of bad luck. Oh no. Night Rain would also would also be B team. Yeah, probably. I would assume as much. Or maybe it is like a C team or B team too. Potentially. I still only have one of these documents. Where's the other one? Oh no. New handgun. More bullets. Did redeem himself with Dark Souls 3 DLC and co-directing Elden Ring? Yeah. I'm just saying, they got a good side team over there. I like the positivity. I don't think Like a Dragon 9 is getting announced this year. I think next month at that big Stranger Than Heaven thing, I think we're going to see the release date for Stranger Than Heaven be early next year. And if I am working on the assumption, oh, that document is probably down that away. Okay. Maybe it's not. I don't remember. No. I'm trying. It's not that. Shit, which document was this? That sucks. I don't think it's down this way. Early next year from the look of it? I'm definitely thinking early next year. For sure. On the rooftops, you think? I mean, it could be, actually. Oh, I'm not bleeding. Oh, okay. It could be on the rooftops, or I could have just missed it on the upper floors, because I don't think it's that far down. Shadow drop after the showcase. Do you think they need to start moving away a bit from their usual release model? I don't think their release model is the problem, only because historically it never has been, if that makes sense. Like, I think the release model is fine, because that's the release model they've always had. Like, keep in mind, Yakuza 2 came out less than a year after Yakuza 1. Right? That's always been the way they move at fucking lightning speed. And I don't think that's ever been the issue. And again, from the outside looking in... Oh, there are 2 of them. If someone dies before you kill the first one. Oh boy, okay. From the outside looking in, with the newer games, I think the issue is weirdly that they try to do different things every time, but they're at a point in the series where they've kind of tried so much. I think it's weirdly a similar problem to what Resident Evil had a while ago, where they kept trying to do different things after the point where they had kind of tried all of the good ideas that made sense. And it's just led to a lot of projects that feel experimental in a bad way, as opposed to, like, we used to get a lot of Yakuza projects that felt experimental in a good way. I don't know if that makes sense the way that I said it, but it made sense to me. Like, they're kind of in that period that a lot of developers go through once the franchise is run for like 20 or so years, especially with the volume of games that RGG has put out, where they're trying to keep meaningfully evolving things, but they're at the point where a lot of the things that they're trying are almost too experimental. Because all of the things that come to mind like right away that make sense for the franchise have already been tried.
I apologize if I surprised you.
And weirdly,
Please do not be alarmed.
going
I'm a
back
doctor
to
in
just
this
a
hospital.
more
I
traditional
must say
game
that
that
this hospital
doesn't
is
try to
not
do
an
too
ideal
much
place
too
to take
crazy
shelter. It's not as safe as
might
the
be
biblical
like the
sound.
breath of
I
fresh air
myself
that the
would decided to
franchise
get out of here
needs
as
right
soon
now.
as possible.
in a way that like the RE2 remake was for Resident Evil. Because like even RE7, with how similar it was to the classic era, was still fairly experimental in its own ways. Whereas like RE2 remake was what I guess sort of sealed the deal and really brought back that positive sentiment for most of the fan base. Can't believe we still haven't played as a dragon yet. You're right. They haven't tried that. They haven't tried making a dragon game yet.
What's wrong?
You know what? Now that you mention it, hey chat, can I maybe rain on the parade of Stranger Than Heaven just a little bit? Because now, last night I did go and see like the 1.5 or so teaser. I've seen it now, whereas stream yesterday I hadn't seen it because I forgot. Can I maybe rain on the parade a little bit? The colors. The daytime lighting. We're back to being washed out again. What happened? Like, we're back to Yakuza 5 levels of where the fuck is the color? Which is weird, because that one nighttime trailer that they did last year did not have that problem. Like, at all. That looked fantastic. The daytime stuff that they showed yesterday, what are we doing? Why are we having this issue again? RGG, like clockwork, every few years, we get a game that is just super washed out. Like, mega washed out. There's no color.
Just don't give up.
Sometimes it's particular times of day, and it definitely seems like Stranger Than Heaven is like nighttime looks amazing. Daytime, oh boy. That looked colorless. Dragon Engine struggles with daytime lighting, but nighttime lighting is really good.
The bloody elevator isn't.
You say that, and I would agree with that if I had only played Yakuza 6. But you know what's crazy? Kiwami 2. Daytime lighting was good. I had no issues with
My
it.
life is shit.
It was a huge improvement over Yakuza 6.
So what's going on?
Kiwami 2 looks good in the day. It does. It's not the engine. It's not the engine.
Where?
I know it's not because I've seen them do it right
just
before
try to stay
in the
calm.
engine. And I know that like it's not the Yakuza 5 engine either, whereas Yakuza 5 is probably the worst offender out of the whole franchise in this regard. I know it's not the Yakuza 5 engine that's the problem, because after Yakuza 5 they fixed it. Not entirely, not perfectly, but it was never that bad again in the Yakuza 5 engine, right? Jesus Christ. And oh,
I don't think so.
those two were fucking me over at the elevator.
How about this?
Oh, I wasn't in danger. Oh, Cindy healed me. I was like, what? I was in danger. I wasn't bleeding. Cindy healed me right as I stepped into the elevator. Someone really wants these games to look a certain way,
Let's just try to stay calm.
and it has not worked once.
My life is shit. Come on.
I did go back to my Yakuza 5 footage
My life. Please
while editing the Fist of the North Star video for one bit. Members who have already watched it know that there's some Yakuza 5 clips in it. And it really, like, it's funny when you play the game and you, like, have that little bit of time where you think, like, man, the lighting here looks rough, right? But then as you play the game more, you kind of get used to it, and you mention it when you're talking about the game. But for the most part, you, like, forget, you know? Man, looking at the Yakuza 5 footage again, after playing a few more of the games that came after it, was like, wow, it was really that bad in 5. You know, it was one of those where I looked back on it, I was like, holy shit. And it happened with the RE2 remake as well when I was editing the Requiem video, where, like, again, I mentioned the colors being kind of washed out in 2 in my video on it. But then I didn't realize how truly bad it was until I had it in my video where it, like, cut from a game in the same engine back to RE2 remake and then back to the newer game again, and I was like, wow, RE2 remake really was washed out. Like, it's super bad. It's funny how that happens, to where, like, I notice it and I can still recognize it, but then I don't realize how drastic the difference is until I see them right next to each other like that. Do I want a might aura or a fanaticism aura? Probably just might. Like, genuinely. Fanaticism can be good. If how many demons do you have summoned? Like, how summon heavy are you? Are you?
Damn you!
You can only do 3 at a time. You might want fanaticism. Like, I guess the way I would put it is that might is almost always the correct decision in Diablo 2. However, if you have enough minions, like if you're playing Necro, fanaticism can be marginally better, but not like, not to the point where it is complete night and day difference. Like might would still be like 90% as good, if that makes sense. Like, it would be really close. Fanaticism can be a little better, but I would go with might for safety. Like, fanaticism could work a little better, but might is definitely like the safe option. Even if it doesn't work perfectly as well, it will still be incredible, you know? It's the safer option until you play a lot of the class over and over and start trying to min-max it. The safe option would be might, because Diablo 2 has always had terrible balance, and might has
I apologize if I
has always
surprised
been
you.
the best aura in
Please
the game.
do not be alarmed. I'm a doctor in this hospital.
You picking characters
must say
based
that
on
this
level
hospital
lore?
is not
No,
an
for
ideal place to
unlockable
take
criteria.
shelter. It's not as
And yeah,
safe
we're
as
doing
it will
both
sound.
outbreaks.
I myself have decided to get out of here as soon as possible.
Oh, I missed the door. I gotta get on Last Epoch when I can, but I don't know what I'm gonna play this season.
Uh-huh.
I mean,
Did you find anything?
speaking of a game with balancing problems, if I want
Oh my god.
to guarantee my success in Last Epoch, I would play Paladin, because they have still, and I looked at the patch notes, they have still not managed to balance Paladin in that game. I don't think they ever will at this point, to be honest. It has always been, like, you know when a game not only has, like, a dominant strategy problem, but they have it to the extent where, like, the thing that is dominant is twice as good as even the runner-up to it? Paladin in Last Epoch is like that, and has always been like that. where it's not even like a little better. It's not even like moderately better. It is like twice as good as the next best thing. It is so significantly better.
Listen.
So if I wanted to play well, I could always just do that again, but I end up playing it like every other season, and I don't know if I want to. Can stun the leech man enough to run past him? Oh. The wrenches worry me a little bit compared to like the typical tackle because they're limited. But I guess they had to nerf the guy who can create weapons out of nothing somehow.
Kiss my ass, bitch.
Kiss my
We
ass,
have to
bitch.
go.
No way. I
always pick Yoko because of the bag space.
I won't
Backpack on
try.
Yoko is really good. My favorite all around is probably Mark, gameplay wise, because he really is just like the easy mode of Outbreak, aside from the inventory space. But even then, like, he has a dedicated handgun in a 5th slot. So even when it comes to inventory space, some of that is alleviated on Mark too. Not all of it, but you get an extra slot effectively. You meant Jim? I meant Mark.
Watch out.
Don't you dare. I meant Mark.
I don't think so.
Chole was an Outbreak character. What powers would he have?
my God.
I would have invincibility
Watch out.
and super punch that
can't
insta
be.
kills everything. I would have that. Oh fuck! I forget every time. I killed that zombie. I was like, oh sweet, we're good to go.
Bleeding. And I can't. Hey.
Yeah.
We're never good to go.
Hey.
Ow. He'd be really good at investing his money.
My life is shit.
One punch Chole.
Now is not the time.
I would be the best Outbreak character.
What's wrong?
Okay.
Let's just try to stay calm.
Is that herb gonna be over here?
Hey. I don't know what to do.
Oh shit. Oh, that was the wrench. I thought that was a fucking punch for a second. Shit. Did Cindy heal me again? Oh. I'm bleeding again. That was just a normal zombie. Yeah, the animation, because it was point blank, made it look like I had fucking punched her. For a second, I was so confused. I'm like, how did I do that?
Ah. Shoot.
Oh, right, this is locked.
Shoot.
Oh, oh, nah. Sorry, Jim.
Please help. My life is shit. Help me, please.
Oh, damn it.
You have to help me.
No, I don't.
Ah.
No, I do not have to help him. One pump Chole? I don't know what you mean.
Ah. Fine.
Latest NVIDIA driver seems to improve RE9 performance, by the way. Up to about what that much older driver people have been using did. Well, yeah, I mean, the issue... Like, having game-ready drivers will almost always increase the performance. The issue was that the driver they put out the day of was fucked. And they had to revert it because it wasn't even just an RE9 thing. Like, it was fucking up PCs, like, system-wide. It was having crazy issues. And they had to revert it.
Listen to me!
I thankfully had not installed it yet before they reverted it. I don't trust NVIDIA drivers. I normally do. Because genuinely, when they put out a really bad driver, they always acknowledge it, like pretty quickly, like same day, typically. Yeah, with fan issues, thank you, I couldn't remember. The Doom the Dark Ages ones were bad too. I do remember those, absolutely. I was about to bring those up. As like the last time
feel really sick.
that something went really wrong with NVIDIA drivers, it was when Doom the Dark Ages came out. Those were awful. The one after messed up overclocks or undervolts, I think, one of those. I didn't even hear about that until just now. I need to grab this now because if I come back next time after saving.
Hey!
Yeah. When Crysis 2 came out, NVIDIA drivers caused all sorts of issues. Yeah, it's nothing new because like it's anything that updates at that foundational level of your PC, there's always a chance for issues like that. Like fucking Windows updates can do crazy shit. Like just your Windows 11 updates can like brick SSDs and shit like that, right? Like anything at that super base level where it affects everything on your PC. Anything like that. Oh, I can't get the menu because oh damn it. Can oh, well I just wiped my save by saying no. Well, that's great. It's a short scenario anyway. Shit. It is about that time though. I have to go get back to video work. So, I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did enjoy it and you haven't done so already, feel free to go ahead and leave a sub, follow, whatever, come back another time. We're doing this. We're doing all sorts of other stuff like Yakuza, Metal Gear, Ace Combat, all sorts of good stuff. Come back for any of it. Also, if you enjoyed and you haven't done so already, feel free to go ahead and leave a like on the stream on the YouTube side. It helps out with algorithm and stuff, so I'd appreciate it. Thank you if you've done so already. Thank you if you're about to do so. If you're looking for links to anything else outside of Twitch or YouTube to engage with the community, check out links in the description below on the YouTube side or on the Twitch side. They're on the channel page. They're in chat commands. You'll be able to find whatever you're looking for. Other than that, though, once again, I hope you guys enjoyed. I'll see all of us back here next time. I hope you all have a great rest of your day. Thank you for coming to the stream, and goodbye.